Hello everybody and welcome back to another how to build tutorial, and this is the second part of how to build a quite monumental church. If I go into first person view and quickly ascend, as you can see, I have actually completed this laborious task of linking each pillar from the center and all the sides so they all link up very nicely. I've added another section on as well to make it 5, because I felt the 4 sections that we had originally looked a little too small, so we have an extra I'd say 2 completed segments to the church. And what I have decided to do, if I quickly or slowly, there we go, quickly fly to the other end, I'm going to build 3 towers on the end here. The 2 corner parts, or the 2 corner towers I should say, are going to be smaller than the central tower, which I might attempt at building a dome. We shall see. If not, then I will build something else that'll fit in with this particular style of church that I'm building. So that'll happen probably in part 3 maybe, but to start off with, what I'm going to do is we're going to link up, if I quickly fly up again, these central blocks here on the peak of the I suppose you can call it the arches. Oh, that's not meant to be there. It's a full block. But what we're going to do anyway, we're going to link up these blocks until they meet in the middle. So we shall quickly, we shall quickly build these blocks in towards the center. I think we'll leave this this block open as it is. So this will more likely be the sections where we actually build the roof. When we get round to actually filling in all the corner pieces. I've got to decide yet also what material I'm going to use for the roof, but as I've already stated in the first episode, with this build I will probably make it up as I go along. So if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, there we go, there's the squeak. It is the one and only Mr. Basil. He's still got his cone on. Yeah, for those viewers who are wondering what on earth am I talking about, in some of my other episodes of my Minecraft story, which is on my other playlist on my YouTube channel, I stated that he had a castration, so he basically had his male bits removed, and at the moment he's wearing the cone of shame. It's been over a week now and he seems to be perfectly fine, although he's got perhaps another week left before we can actually take the cone off and he can start running around and not bashing into walls and any other obstacles or getting his head stuck in any places. Yes, Baz, squeak. So yeah, don't don't worry too much about the background noise. It is just the dog. I am not going to be restarting the video or pausing it just for the sake that he wants to play, because at the end of the day I can't really deprive him if he wants to be playing with his toys, and I have videos to record and upload, so as they say, the show must go on regardless. So we'll quickly finish off filling in the spine part of the roof. I think, how many more sections have we got? We've only got a few more, it shouldn't take us too long. And then we'll have a look and see what we need to do on ground floor. Okay. Another section here, we'll quickly finish this off. What I've also got to figure out getting around is these arches that I've made here on the inside, how I'm going to be able to incorporate the glass to fit in with the brickwork so that there is no gaps. To be perfectly honest with you, I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but we shall come up with a solution of some sort. Whether or not it will just be a compromise, I might have to bite the bullet at certain points and just sacrifice something, but if it means that it enables us to complete a section of the build, then unfortunately that's what we're probably going to have to do. Right, now that that part's finished, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of these corner pieces because we do not need them. Okay, so we're just going to go around the outside of the building and we'll just quickly remove these stair pieces because they are at the present moment in time not relevant for what we need. We can leave that piece there. We'll leave that one there. Oops. Placing. Oh, that was weird. Place an upside down stair block there. And same again, we'll go along this side, removing any upside down stair blocks. If you have managed to keep up with this build, if you are if you are following this tutorial build and you are attempting this build yourself and you've managed to keep up with me so far, congrats. Unfortunately, I will not be giving out any medals, but I am very impressed if you have managed to keep up so far. Right, down to the ground floor. Okay, I think what we'll do now, we'll dig up the floor here. Like so, yep. And using our stone slabs, we'll fill in the one block of dirt that we've dug up. So we'll quickly finish this bit off. See how it looks. Take a stand back. And you know what? I think that that ties in very nicely with what we're trying to achieve here. Another thing I'm going to have to think about as well is where on earth on this side of the building am I going to fit an entrance? How on earth am I going to do it? Because that may be something I'll have to think off camera. One of the few things I am going to have to think about, because I don't want to have this very sort of grand illustrious building and then end up constructing a very flimsy whimsy pathetic little entrance which just looks completely out of proportion to the build. It's got to fit in with the style as well, so I'll probably have a little think and see what designs I can come up with, ones that are very particularly relevant to this style of build anyway. So I'm just going to wait for the sun to go down and then we'll get some sleep, because I tend to prefer to work in the daylight, which I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree as well. So we'll quickly go along the floor with these stone slabs. We might as well finish this section off here before we get some Zs. There we go. And we sleep. Okay. Right, now we've filled in a section here, we'll need to have a look and see what we can do in terms of the build, especially on the outside wall. What I had in mind was we could try a line of stone brick like that, and because we have the stone stair brick there, what we could do, we could fit some stone upside down, sorry, some stairs that way, which kind of fits in with the pillar wall there, and which I think that'll look okay. And then along here we could fit some upside down stairs, perhaps, maybe. We'll just have a quick look at that and see how that looks. I suppose that could work. And would it look good if we actually fit any glass there, or would that look a little ridiculous? Yeah, I don't think we're going to fit any glass here because I don't think that would look right. So we'll try this, see how this looks. Because once when we've got a rough idea what we want to do, then we can actually incorporate the rest of the build accordingly. So I'm just going to have a play around and see what I think works well and what doesn't work well. See, that might work. That looks okay, but I suppose what we could do here, go down like that as a pillar. What we could do here, we could go up. Actually, yeah, that could work. So we'll fit a stair there, one block there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks okay. I think that could work. I think that could definitely work. Right, now we need to have a think about what we're going to do here. I suppose what we could do, this is just me thinking out loud here, and I think we are allowed. Get rid of that block there. Replace the stair block with a full stone brick block. We go down. Then perhaps yeah, let's go and look at some glass. I think it's in this section here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. What colour we're going to go for? I like the colour blue. Let's go with this blue. We'll fill in this part here with the blue glass. We'll take a step back and see how that looks. Because initially what I'm thinking of is this part here, the second tier, is where predominantly I want to be like a big glass pane window, and we'll fill it with different coloured blocks of glass panes just to make it look very colourful. But I didn't want to add too much glass on the first tier, but at the same time I did want to let a little bit of light through, because I didn't want it all to be predominantly brick or stonework, because you do need to break up the pattern, so to speak, if it's however basic it is. But I think having something like that would look okay, because you've got depth and 3-dimension to the stone brickwork, and you've got a little bit of shape to it as well. Plus, at the same time, you are letting a little bit of light through. That is your perspective from the outside. But when you come in, you have like a pillar column here, which gives you a little bit of shape, and then you've got a little bit of natural light that comes through. And I think if we copy that all the way down the church, I think that would look okay. It wouldn't look amiss. It's probably what I was the word I was looking for. So let's carry on digging up the rest of this this base column here and fitting it with stone slabs, while I have another think of what we're going to do for the rest of the build. Predominantly the 3 towers that are going to go on the end. So I'll quickly do this, but what I'll do off camera as well, the parts that I've already given a demonstration of, I will do off camera, so that I don't bore you guys of doing the same thing over and over again. So then when we come back to part 3, you'll see what I've done, because I've already given a demonstration of how to build one particular part. You'll know what you need to do in terms for the other sides or the other parts that are exactly the same. So do not worry, I will not be doing anything different or anything that I've not been showing off camera, so that you guys won't know what I've done. I promise you, everything that you see you will be able to replicate. Okay, so quickly dig this up here. I suppose we could have a little quick look at the roof. See what we could do, because that does look a little bit flat, doesn't it? So maybe we could change the shape. So what we could do, we could place a block there. One there. We'll just experiment with this piece here, because I'm not 100% sure that I actually like this sort of flat piece of roof. It just seems a shame, while we've done so well to give this part of the roof some really decent shape. I mean, when you look at it from above, looking at it down, you can see it has a little bit of a sphere shape to it, which you think, how's that possible? Because when you look down on it directly, everything's built in straight lines. They are just bricks in a straight line. There's no sort of spherical shape to it. But when you go further away from the build, you can see that it creates this little bit of deception to the eye, where it tricks you into thinking that something's round. So that's kind of the concept and the idea that I was going for. So it would be a shame that we just basically flatten off the roof, so to speak, without at least attempting to try and make it look a little bit more round or spherical. We'll give it a go. We'll certainly give it a good go. Okay. Might as well get rid of this section, haven't we? Don't need it. Definitely do not need it. Right. So I suppose we could continue along the idea of how high up we've gone with the roof. With the second tier, where we place some upside down stair blocks, then we place a block, and then we place some stairs on top of the block. I think this would look better actually, if you bear with me. Then we place some upside down stair blocks like that, and then we go up again another level with the stone brick. Yeah, I think this will be better. So then we place some more upside down stair blocks. Is that right? Or have I done that wrong? I've done that wrong, haven't I? Mop it. It's here. There we go. So I'll quickly go around the edge. Placing an upside down stair block now next to the stair blocks, and then we're going to go on top with another stair block, and look at that, it fits in perfectly. Look at that. That is perfect. And that's going to be very interesting to fill in when we do the roof. Oh dear. We're going to have some fun building that, aren't we? Oh dearie me. And I suppose what we could do to finish off this roof, we could place a brick there. We'll go underneath. Get rid of that brick there. I suppose we could place a slab there, just to shape it off a little bit. So yeah, what I will do off camera, I will finish off the roof, the frame of the roof at least anyway. I will copy this design. Let's actually have a quick look and see what it looks like from above. Yeah, as you can see, this piece here, it actually ties in with the rest of the framework, so that will look absolutely gorgeous when we finished it. So if we drop down and look up, as you can see, it fits in very nicely with this build of what we're trying to do. And then you look up, as you can see, it gives the roof shape rather than it just looking like a square piece there, which looks very boring, very dull. And that's not what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to achieve grand stature, a marvel, a feat of architecture. That is what we're aiming for. Right, and before I get too passionate, I think we'll call it here for today's episode. If you have enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more how to build tutorials. And if you want to check out my other videos on my channel as well, please feel free to do so. Thank you very much again for watching, and I hope to see you in part 3. See you soon, and take care.